the mom strategist. You're going to love this scope tonight. You're going to love this scope tonight. How bad do you really want it? That's what I'm going to be teaching on tonight. How bad do you really want it? All right. It's a reality check scope. I am Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support my clients with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. Don't just check me out. Sign up for my newsletter there. Let's stay connected beyond Periscope. Make sure you're going over there at miaredrick.com, at miaredrick.com. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist and I'm business coach, and I support my clients with understanding first and foremost that they are product. Yes, you are. You can take your gifts, your talent, your education, your professional experience, your know-how, and you can package your brilliance in products that you can sell. You can do that, all right? And I support tons of clients with doing exactly that, and I'd love to support you also. If you've been trying to figure that out for yourself, you're going to love this scope tonight. Tonight's topic is how bad do you really want it? And I know that so many people talk about they want success, they want to accomplish their dream, they want to be free. But my question tonight simply is, how bad do you really want it? I'm going to break some steps down. Now, I am going to tell you that this is going to be a tough scope. So if you're new to my scopes today, what I might recommend for you to do, hey there, darling, what I'm going to recommend for you to do is simply, maybe you can sign off if your feelings get hurt easily and just come back to a different scope or look at some of the ones that are in my Periscope bio. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to break this down. And the reason that I want to shoot you guys straight, hey there, good to see you. The reason I want to shoot you straight is because I know that somebody listening tonight is going to get what they need, and someone's going to hear what they need to hear in order for them to say, finally, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I understand what I need to do, and I'm going to make the decision to do what I need to do. Thank you so much, to knock the ball out the park. Colleen, you're amazing, right? So I'm just excited. Tonight, I'm going to be sharing how bad do you really want it. If you haven't shared yet on Facebook, on Periscope, on Twitter, please share the scope right now, because we already know that there are other people out there that've got these big dreams, these big visions that they have. They're our friends. And so we don't want to leave our friends behind, right? You don't want to leave your friends behind. Share the scope with them right now. Thank you so much, Colleen, for sharing. I promise you're here for the honesty. I'm going to break it down, but share it with your friends, because every single thing that I'm going to give you guys is what I would give my paying clients, and I'm going to break it down. And my goal is really to support you with making that move, like getting off the fence. So here's my story for those of you who I've never met before. It's nice to virtually meet you. I got started in my business 13 years ago, simply, guys, with the idea that I could combine my background as a corporate trainer and my love of motherhood into a business. You're going to love this scope. And I did not know how to do that. I went to a small business resource center, and I was told that what I've been doing for the last 13 years and monetizing, that no one would ever pay me to coach moms. I'm so glad I didn't listen. I ended up working with a top coach, and her models really changed my life, and I'm so grateful I've had the opportunity to do work I absolutely love, simply standing on my background as a corporate trainer and my systems in motherhood. I've been able to build an incredible business that has allowed me to do corporate partnerships with major brands like Panera Bread and Great Harvest Bread Company and Corner Bakery Cafe, the Hyatt Regency, the Marriott, but also it's allowed me to do an international tour. I had a tour. I hosted Time for Mommy groups around the country, over 368 groups, using my book as an opportunity to create a movement for moms around the world. And this is for those of you who are authors or who are thinking, like, what do I do with my book? I know what you can do to monetize it, because all I did was take my intellectual property and put it on the road and create a movement and do corporate deals. And I want to teach you how to do that too. That's what I show my clients how to do. You know, as a result of just following my dream and my passion, I've had the great fortune to be signed to an Emmy-nominated, nationally syndicated television show, American Now, as the mom strategist. Bill Rancic and Lisa Gibbons were the hosts. I was the mom strategist for the show as paid talent, guys. And, you know, I tell you this because it's so important when you are watching people and understanding their journey and knowing whether or not they're qualified to share with you your path. I want you to have the full story. And so I want to break that down for you guys. You know, as a result of being an entrepreneur, one of the greatest gifts to me is that I get to do work that I love from the comfort of my home for about 30 hours a month, really servicing my clients who are brilliant and amazing, smart, incredible people. And it's one of the greatest gifts I have. And I'll never forget when my husband developed kidney disease 9 years ago and went on dialysis, which was 15 to 18 hours a week. I decided that, you know, I didn't have to go on the road, so I decided I could be there for my family any way I wanted to be because I am my boss. And I know that for some of you guys, the reason you want to build a business is so that you have options, that you have the freedom that you want. I understand that. And for those of you who are out here, who are the moms that are like, I can't because life is yanking my chain, I get you. My kids were very young. My kids were at that time 10 and 7 and 6 years old, and yet I could still rock out my dream, honor my dream, and take amazing care of my family. And I'm telling you, you can flat do that. And that's why I want to let you know, you got to build it now. You got to build your well before you get thirsty. Now, my husband developed kidney disease and then eventually got a kidney transplant and did amazingly well. And I know that he did well because we could hire another level of care for Pat. He had a private physician, part of a boutique doctor. You can have a medical doctor that doesn't have hundreds of patients. You can have a doctor that just has 25 patients or less. You just have to pay for that. And I was so grateful that we had a business that provided that for us. And I want to break this down because as I share this with you guys today, I want you to understand when you're thinking about how bad do you really want it, I'm telling you that this is the platform from which I stand. Like my view, my lens, I'm telling how bad do you really want it? And you got to want it bad. You got to want it bad, all right? And I tell you, as a result of building an amazing business, one of the greatest gifts is that we could educate our kids with a world-class education. We've written over $715,000 educating our kids who are 18, 15, and 11, well, 12 years old. And I tell you that because I know some of you out here want to build an amazing business because you want to choose how you educate your kids too. And to me, running a business gives you those options. And maybe it's travel for you, or maybe it's security for you, or maybe you just want to date your husband in the middle of the day. That's me, and I love that I can do that. And I believe wholeheartedly when you build a business that your life is, your business informs your business. I mean, your life informs your business. Your business does not inform your life. And how about building an amazing business and a life that you want to come home to? I'm into that. All right. So those are the ABCs of me. I'm so fired up. Thank you. If you've just joined me, if you're watching from your computers, please share on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope. And if you guys don't mind, while I'm sharing today, to also just let other people know that are joining in to share, and to heart it up. I'm going to get started. I hope you're ready. I hope you guys are ready for this. I hope you're ready for this. All right, today I'm going to be teaching simply how bad do you really want it? All right, how bad do you really want it? All right, and the reason I thought about this today was because, you know, I talk to people all the time who are interested in working with a coach or interested in moving their business or their life forward. And when you talk to a lot of people who have big dreams for themselves, sometimes they all kind of say similar things. Like, and you probably have said some of the things that I'm going to share with you tonight. You've probably thought some of these things. You've probably felt some of these things. This might even be your experience. So you might feel like I'm talking right to you. And the common thing is that people know in general what it is that they want. Like when I ask someone, you know, why do you want to build an amazing business? They always go back to, you know, their family or for security or because maybe there's a health challenge. It's always something bigger than the money. All right. And I want you just right now, before I even get into this, I want you to think about right now, how bad do you really want it? Why do you want to build an amazing business to begin with? Think about it. You guys just posted here. Why do you want to build an amazing business? What is your why? Why do you want to do it? I mean, is it for your family? Is it for security? Is it your creativity? Hey, Fred, good to see you. Tell me, what is your why? Why do you want to build an amazing business to begin with. You guys post it right here. Now, here's the thing. Is it for legacy? Tell me why. Tell me why. Freedom to homeschool and security, okay? Freedom. Financial freedom, okay? Financial freedom. Any other reasons? Why do you want to build an amazing business, all right? Why do you want? Because this is so important, because the why is the fuel for everything else. My family needs my presence. Husband's not well. He's currently on dialysis. That's right, Latasha. Hey, Coach, good to see you. Your family's your legacy, Fred. Absolutely. Latasha, absolutely. I know that. To better the past generation. So you want to change some things, right? You want to change the way things have been. I understand that. So we all have a why. And every single day that I have the opportunity to talk to potential clients, they tell me these things. Security. I will never put my life in the hands of anyone else again. All right. So you want the control to be able to control your own ship, right? To direct your own path. I get it. All right. And now here's my next question for you. How long have you been trying to make your dream happen? How long have you been trying to make that dream happen? Has it been 1 year? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Is it 5 years? Is it 10 years? How long have you been trying to rock out that dream? Okay, I got a 10 year, I've got a 1 year. How long has it been that you've been trying and saying over and over again, I'm going to make this happen? It's just two people, 10 years and 1 year. Anyone else? And I know that there are other people here, but you've got to be vulnerable if you want to get the change, all right? I'm going to call it out, and it's up to you to play full out. Hey, Mercy, good to see you, all right? So how long have you been trying to build that business, right? To create your programs and your products? How long have you been trying to price your services? How long have you been trying to position your message? Get that television show. Get yourself on the radio. How long has it been that you've been constantly saying that, that opportunity is for me. That position is for me. I'm going to take that stage. I want to be a speaker. I want to be a celebrity in my own right to be able to support other people. Hey, darling, good to see you. Good to see you. How long has it been? And the reason that this is important is because one of the things that I find, it's been almost 9 months. One of the things that I find with people, it's been too long. I know. But you're doing it, Fred. The reason that this is so important, guys, is because when I talk with people, they tell me my family is so important to me. The reason I want to do this is so I can provide security, because my dream matters more than anything in the world. And then I ask them, how long you been trying to do this? And they tell me things like what you said, 9 months, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, 5 years. And so my question is, like, if your family matters that much and it's not working for you, then, how much money, time, and energy are you willing to invest in your frustration and in the things that aren't working? I hope somebody hears me. All right. How much energy and time and frustration are you willing to invest? Okay. Continue investing in the things that are not working, because you already said your family is the most important thing to you. I know it's going to get quiet tonight. Your family is the most important thing. Financial security is the most important thing, right? Okay, to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And yet, you've been trying to create your product. You've been trying to monetize your product. You've been trying to get your business to go forward and change and generate income. And you've been trying to make it work for the longest time, and it's not working. So how much time and energy can one person spend on the thing that isn't working? And I want to just show you that what the cost of what you're not doing is creating an incredible price for you and your family. Frustration, right? Like not doing what you want to do the right way, not creating a yield in your business is frustrating, and it's a cost. And a lot of us never think about it. We just go through the motion over and over again. And I will tell you this. How much time will you continue to invest in what's not working? Absolutely. And I will tell you this. It's so interesting to me because I was talking to someone the other day, and she was trying to work on a business for 3 or 4 years, have been working on a business and has made no money. 3 or 4 years, invested in all these things, websites, all the brand assets, programs that haven't sold, doing everything just right, she says, but nothing's making any money, 3 or 4 years, okay? And she's frustrated. And when you get to that point, when you're frustrated like that, you can't see the path clearly when you're looking to do things and you just are operating from what you need. And let me explain what I mean. That means that you're that person, instead of focusing on what you need to be doing in order for you to grow your business, you keep focusing on those short-term quick fix solutions, i.e., I need to make money right now. I need to make money right now. And that's not about living out your intention, you know what, living out your purpose, honoring your brilliance, doing the things that you need to do. It's about the hustle and the grind, about doing something that's the opposite of your calling because you're frustrated, because the things that you've been trying to do yourself, they have not worked. And at some point, you have to have a reality check with yourself when you've been doing things over and over again. You've been trying to create your coaching programs, your consulting programs, and you still don't have them. Or the ones you have aren't making any money for you. And as a result of that, they're not working. All right. So that means something is missing. Number 2, if in fact you're trying to create products for your business and every time you go to do that, you feel like you're stuck, you don't know what to do to move things forward, it's not working, all right? It's not working, all right? Because if it was working, you would have proof, you'd have evidence, you'd have a product, and what you were telling yourself or teaching yourself or doing, you'd have the fruit. That would be the benefit that what you were doing, what you know works. But if it's not working, it's something that you don't know. And I tell all of my clients and all of my potential clients, people don't pay me for what I do. They pay me for what I know. And at some point, you got to understand, you got to pay people. You need to invest in what you do not know. If you've been trying to position your message to elevate your brand forever and you're not getting any media, you're not able to position yourself, get the word out there about your brand, able to create leads, get the high quality people to come to you. Well, you've been trying this for years. There's something you don't know. And you got to understand that. All right. And you can't make anybody else wrong. You got to take 100% responsibility for what you do not know. If in fact your prices are so low and that you don't make any money. So maybe you're out here and you're selling things and you might as well be giving them away because the reality is it doesn't fully compensate you for your time. What's going to change for you? You've been doing this forever. And the reason that you're not able to make what you need to make is because of something that you do not know. And the reason you are frustrated right now is because you're spending your time and your energy, literally spinning your wheels, doing things, coaching yourself based on something that does not work. And I just want to break that down. But remember, your family is the most important thing to you. See, your family is the most important thing to you. So the question is, if you're doing something that's not working, it's creating for you stress, frustration, you've made investments that aren't working for you, creating a yield because you don't know what you're doing, but you're not willing to change and do what you really need to do for that family that you really care about. I'm just going to break it down. I'm going to call it out, and I might step on some feelings, some toes, but I want to let you know. Number 3. What is in your way? Here's the question. What is in your way and that's preventing you from investing in a coach and a mentor? What's in your way? All right. I want you guys to write it and be honest. What's in your way? What's in your way? Because if you already know that you've been trying on your own, right? Me, myself, and I, absolutely. If you've been trying on your own over and over again to create the thing in your business, to make things work over and over again, and they're not working. All right. The question is, what is in your way from getting the information, the advice, the training, the teaching that you want? All right. Who's going to play? All right. What's in your way? Is it money? Okay. Is it money? Is it time? All right. Is it that you don't know the people that have the solution for what you need? There is a reason. And you've got to answer that honestly for yourself to be able to say, what is getting in my way? I'm trying to do it myself. I've been spinning my wheels for the last year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I'm not making any progress in my business. Money. Thank you so much for your honesty. And I appreciate that, Alicia. I appreciate your vulnerability and I appreciate your honesty, right? All right. So what's getting in your way? See, money. All right. But what you got to understand, Alicia, here is that money is in the way because on the front end, not on the back end, right? Money is getting in the way because unless you make an investment with someone, okay, you don't utilize time property. Unless you invest in someone who has the answer to support you with being able to make money or being able to price your products appropriately, being able to develop more profitability in your business, it's like you keep repeating over and over again the exact same thing and you never create any yield or any fruit. And this is so important to understand that a lot of times we think if I save $5,000 up front or $10,000 up front, and I will put all of that in my business, but you don't have the know-how, you actually end up losing bigger because now you've taken your $10,000 and you're trying to coach yourself with your investment versus investing in someone that could show you what to do. You get to stand on their shoulders. And as a result of that, at least what you're doing is going to get you closer to where you want to be. I see this all the time with people who say to me, they've done exactly that they have said, I'm going to hold on the money side. And as a result of that, they never ever get to where they want to be. And what you got to understand is that those of us who are able to reach our goals, we're investors. And when I first got started in my business, I so relate to this money thing. When I got started in this coaching business, my first coach was charging $1,000 for an hour. And I didn't even know what questions I was going to ask her. And I remember thinking I don't think I want to do $1,000 an hour, but I knew that I needed to know what she knew. And so I asked her, what about 10 minutes of your time? What could I invest 10 minutes get 10 minutes of your time? And she said, yeah, $150. And I had to sign an 18-month contract, all right, with her. And within 6 months, I ended up moving up along the way because I began to make money. I learned different things. I wrote an ebook, made 97 grand, and from one great idea. And so what I'm saying to you is that many of you guys will benefit from just shifting your mentality instead of seeing investing in your coaches and your mentors as an expense. It's an investment. It's an investment to teach you how to fish. It's an investment to teach you what you do not know. What I teach my clients how to do, they can do for a lifetime. I teach the how to. So the fact of the matter is, the things that I teach them on how to outsource or how to create product or how to monetize product or how to pitch to a corporation or how to build out a premium product, they can do that over and over and over again. And if they were at home trying to decide for themselves how are they going to do these things over and over again, they still would be trying to figure it out, because if they don't know how to do it, how do you get to that place where you ever get to create success for yourself? All right. So one of the things you've got to understand is what is in the way of you investing in yourself. It's not time, because actually it's less time to invest in someone that makes your path shorter. So if you think about time, for those of you who've spent 10 years trying to figure it out, you're working with a coach, it might take you a year, or less. But it's not going to take you 10 years to get to where you want to be. And you got to understand that it's just in the thinking, right? Okay, it's just in the thinking. Number 4, what do you really want? Do you really want freedom? Do you want, money? Do you want time? Do you want to do work that you love? What is it that you really want? What's that driver for you that when you think about it, it's like, I got to have that. For me, I always wanted to own my time. That was the one thing that from the very beginning, every business we ever started, that I knew the value of owning my time. Actually, this is where it came from for me. When I met my husband, he was a medical sales rep for Baxter Healthcare. And I was a trainer for a educational company. And the fact of the matter is, we both owned our time. We worked from home. And I was like, man, I couldn't even imagine going back in the office after having left an office. You know what I'm saying? I had worked at Citibank for many years. Then I went into educational sales, and I was like, man, once I got home and I was able to work from my house, I was like, this is the life. I did not want to work outside of my home, because I love that. And my husband loved that too. And then we always look for businesses that would allow us to enjoy freedom, because we had a taste of it, just a little bit, even as we were working in corporate America. So what is it for you? Like, what is it that you really want? Because when we really started thinking about what we really wanted, which was freedom, and we really thought about it, we started thinking about those businesses that would allow for that. And that's why right away, we invested in real estate and a real estate coach, because we knew that real estate would provide us, one, with the income and the freedom that we really wanted. What is it for you? All right, that's a question, guys. What is it that you really want? Do you want freedom? Do you want, is it money? Is it security? Is it time? You want to do work that you love? So you want time and you want financial freedom, right? You want time and you want financial freedom. You want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. This is a very important question, because a lot of times we don't ask ourselves this. I mean, a lot of people who are building businesses like jobs, and when they think about what they really want, and they look at the business that they're creating, they're disaligned. And if you ever want to have passion that fuses out, try building a business that's not in alignment with what you really want. So I believe that the reason that we could fight for our dreams was because it was what we knew on the other side of doing what we needed to do was what we really wanted, which was freedom. And a lot of you guys have not crystallized in your mind what you really want on that other side of that business that you are desiring so much, because you don't fight for it. You know what I mean? It won't let you get up early in the morning or stay late at night. It won't make you go the distance. It won't allow you to keep picking up the phone and making those calls even when you're afraid. See, when you know what you really want and you know what's on the other side of that, you become unrelenting about having it, right? You want freedom, right? And about having it, and it just drives you like all day and all night long. And I tell you that, it's something that I know is true. If you don't know what you really want from that business, what do you want? Like for me, I wanted to be able to take my kids to school in the morning and pick them up. I wanted to be the first face, that picked them up at the end of the day. I wanted to take them to school in the mornings. I wanted to be a part of their world, right? You want out of your job. You want out of your job. So you want the freedom to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, right? And when you get that crystal clear in your mind, that becomes the driver by which it allows you, it's your fuel really, to do the things you don't want to do. See, running an amazing business, sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. And if you don't have a true why, that thing that gets you stoked up every time you think about it, then sometimes it becomes easy to be optional or to settle for the thing that you don't want. You know what I mean? Even though you say, my family is the most important thing, or financial security is most important to me, the fact of the matter is, if that why is not crystallized, you won't do what you need to do. That's exactly what I want to be fully present in my daughter's life and secure. And you crystallize that, because when you're building a business, that business has to be in alignment with where you want to end. And I will tell you that is the emotional trigger that drives me every single day when I think about, being able to be here for my kids and my family in the way that I want to be. It drives me. It makes me get up and do things that I don't want to do. And you have to do that in entrepreneurship. Number five, what is going to change in your situation? So like I've been talking, you guys have been sharing. And what we know already is that you've been trying this on your own. Like you've been trying for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and it still hasn't worked. Business still not profitable. Still don't have any products, right? Or your prices are still way too low, all right? And we know that it's frustrating you. It's got you up at night. You're not making enough money. You're disappointed in yourself. It's costing you time, energy, and money of doing it wrong, right? It is, simply is, all right? We know this. And we know that What might be in the way is that you're afraid of making an investment in yourself, i.e. coaching, right? Because maybe it's expensive, right? But it's already costing you a whole lot more, right, than investing in a solution that can support you with the direction that you want, right? All right. Or maybe it's that you want freedom, or you want more time to do whatever you want to do for the people that you love. You want to do what you love. Or maybe it's that you want more money, and that's your why. But you're out of alignment. Like, you're saying, I want these things, but the business that you're creating doesn't allow that thing to happen. What do I mean by that? That means that some of you guys are saying, hey, I want to be free. And you've decided to build a business where you built your business like a job. You've got a business where all day long you're not free. It doesn't have any time-rich models, although you say that's what you want. That's what I'm talking about, that disalignment. And the question is, what are you going to do to change, right? We thought ourselves to where we are. We need thinking partners who reduce that learning curve. Absolutely, coaches. Yes, Latasha. So what is going to change? You've been doing it your way. And if you continue to do it exactly the same way you have done it, the question is, what is going to change? And that's your reality check. It's a reality check question. What's going to change? All right? Nothing's going to change if you keep doing what you have been doing. This is what I try to get people to understand all the time. The same thing is going to happen for you. If you've been trying to make it happen and you haven't made it happen, and you've had the same time, you had the energy to do it. You probably had more energy to do it 5 years ago, 10 years ago than you do now. What's going to change to automatically allow that dream that you say is so important to you to be a priority to you, and for you to instantly know exactly what you need to do? What's going to change? Okay? Or how are you going to show up differently? What are you going to do? Because the only way things are going to change is that you have to show up differently. And that means that some of your decision making has to change. All right. And one of the things that I understand for sure is that I knew that getting started in business, we didn't know anything about real estate investing. That was our very first business. We knew we wanted to be free. That was our why. Like, we want to be free. Pat wanted to be free. I wanted to be free. And guess what? We are. So we had this alignment, this pull, this drive to learn and do whatever we need to do. The second thing we did beyond crystallizing our vision of that freedom was we wrote a check, guys, for 25 grand. It was a faith walk because we didn't know anything about real estate. And we invested in a coach to teach us how to be real estate investors. Yes, we did. We invested in a coach that taught us how to be real estate investors. That's what we did. And as a result of that, we were able to do some things differently because we couldn't teach ourselves how to do it. And we learned right out the gate. We began to buy property within 6 months to 1 year. We started buying property, applying what we were learning. It would have taken us so much longer to do it. We would have made so many more mistakes because we got to stand on someone's shoulders as a result of us getting clear about what was most important to us. I remember Pat and I talking about being free and making sure that when we had a family, that we could be there for our family. We wanted to see everything. And you know what? And we have. We have. All right. That's our choice. All right. Number 6. What about you? All right. Number 6. What decisions do you need to make to change your circumstances? You need to be thinking about that. So if you don't like where you are, you don't like what your business looks like, you don't like what what revenue you've been generating each and every month in your business, what decisions do you need to make in order for you to get to where you are? All right. And I'm going to tell you that the reason you are not where you want to be is because of the decisions that you have not been willing to make. So, see, the decisions that we made is why we're in a position to buy real estate, to be able to sell real estate, to be able to monetize in our business. But see, if we were in a position and we made no decision, we were that person we were those people that always talked about, oh, I want to do this, I'm going to do this, and real estate's really important to me, but we want to be investors, but we never made a decision in the direction of where we want to be, we would still just be talking about it. And a lot of people, I know you guys can resonate because you've been talking about what you want to build for so long, but you haven't made a decision in the direction of where you want to go. And the reason that you are where you are today is because of your indecision. It is. And you got to understand that. You got to understand that. Like where you sit right now is based on the choices that you have made or that you have not made. All right. And the choices that we made, we decided we didn't know anything about real estate. We didn't know. Listen, the only way we were going to get to where we wanted to be, we had to make a decision to invest in the direction of where we wanted to go. And I'm telling you, you do too. All right. If you want to be wherever you want to be, you want to create profitable products, you need to make an investment that will allow you to do that. You want to, monetize your speaking and be a profitable speaker. You need to make a decision to invest in a solution that can get you closer to that. All right. You want to increase your prices for your products and your services for your business. You need to make a decision to invest in a solution that will get you there. Simple as that. As simple as that. And for those of you, whenever you think about making an investment and it makes you shrink, I'm telling you, you need a reality check. Because the reality is it's already costing you tremendous time, frustration, and energy not getting it right. It's costing you. Your kids aren't going to be able to have exactly what they need. Your family's not going to have the security that you desire for them. Why? Because of your indecision. See, it's your indecision. I'm just breaking it down. That is costing you, period. All right. It's not your choices. It's the fact that you're not making a choice because you're not making a powerful choice. I want to break that down and I want to tell you. All right. Simple as that. Number 7, what investments are you willing to make to achieve your goal? You need to be thinking about that. It's a powerful question. What investments? If right now you look at your business, you look at your life, you look at where you are in your life, look at your marriage. What investments are you willing to make in order to move that marriage forward, right? To love your husband more, to have greater connection. What are you willing to do to build intimacy in your life? What investments, all right? Because I will tell you, where you plant is where you will see things bloom. And if you're not planting anywhere, guess what? You're not going to see anything. It costs either way. Why not invest in yourself? Absolutely. You overthink things, right? I understand that. All right. So hopefully this is helping you today. What investments are you willing to make to achieve the goal that you say is the thing that is so important to you? And you say that it's important to you because you want to be able to see your kids. You want to be there for your kids and your family. You say that because you want your family to be secure. You say that because you want private school for your children. You say that because you want a vacation for your family. You say because your parents really mean the world to you and you want to make a difference for them in their retirement. But your decisions aren't lining up with that because you're not making a decision. You are in indecision. All right. Mia's, ouch. You named the scope right, on the money, right? Thank you. I'm sorry, Sonia. I just wanted to break it down. My only goal is if one person here on the scope, I hope there are more, if one person gets value and as a result of hearing what I'm saying, because this is just flat the truth, if you make a decision to move you forward, understanding what it really takes, because, I know that there are other places you could be here than here tonight. You don't have to be here on Periscope. You could be on another channel where people are telling you, hey, you can make all the money in the world, right? But the fact of the matter is, it really breaks down to these things. If you have a strong why, all right, and your family's important to you, and you still aren't doing the things that you need to do, you got to understand the root cause of why you're not moving forward. And it is literally because you need to really crystallize and get clear on something that drives you, that creates that emotion for you. Because being a great entrepreneur, when you get it in your heart, like that thing you gotta have, and it doesn't quit with you, you won't stop. It creates a fire inside of you, and you will never think about, I'm never thinking like writing a check, like I wouldn't do that to invest in my dream. I will do whatever I need to do to get to my dream because I know what I really and truly want, and I know what I'm going for, and that drives me every single day. And for those of you who don't have that, and as a result of that, the lump in my throat, right? Yeah, absolutely, that lump in your throat. And we all have that. We all feel that. And that's something that's important, that you got to understand that every single person that's making an investment, they feel that exact lump, like Latasha said, in your throat. It's not easy. But the fact of the matter is, living in indecision is harder than making that decision. All right. And I'm hoping that if you're on the fence, that I get you off the fence. Like if you're on that fence and you've been on that fence for 5 years trying to say, I'm going to do it, it's more painful for you to be there than to just get off. Just get off and go find something else to do. And if you're on that fence and you're like, man, that's me, and I need to do what I need to do, you need to make an investment in the direction where you want to go, and it will be quicker, faster, and sooner for you. It's just the reality. So what investments are you willing to make to move you forward, to move your goal forward, so your family can live like you want to live? And then ask yourself, why is that important to you? Like, why is it important to you that you make that investment? Instead of you thinking, like, I got to spend some money. Why is it important that you make that investment in your business? See, that's how I look at it. When I'm investing in myself, I think, why is this important? All right. This is important. Why? Because I want to grow my company in a certain way. This is important. I want to create a certain amount of security. I want to create a certain diversification within my business that I know creates stability for my family. Why is it important to you? And you got to know, why is it important for you to invest? Why is it important for you to invest in that particular thing that you choose? And the moment that you start to shift the way you look at your investments, instead of like, man, that's a lot of money, okay, you will see that everything else starts to change. All right. Everything happens on the skinny branch, guys. I'm telling you. No one becomes great not jumping. Like you got to jump in order for you to even know what you are capable of. And you will never fully know what you're capable of watching it. You can't see your life that way. You find out who you are when you move in the direction where you want to go. And it's literally by acting on faith. Really. That's what it is. All right. Now, number 9. Are you using your why as an excuse? Now, this might rough somebody up, but are you using your why as an excuse? And I'm going to tell you what I mean, because this is for those of you who are always talking about your family and how much they matter to you and they mean so much and all this stuff, but you don't do the work. You know what I mean? You know, those of you that hide behind your families, you know, and you use your family as an excuse. You're so tired. You're with the kids. You get very little time because you work all the time. And, oh, poor you, poor you. Okay. But you need to make your family the reason. So the fact of the matter is, the problem isn't the fact that you've got a little bit of time to build a business. The problem is that you haven't built a business that's created more time for you in your life. And you got to understand that and get your wig untwisted. I just want to break that down. For those of you who are saying, I want to build a business, but you're trying to fit your business in a box, instead of understanding if you build an amazing business, your life doesn't have to be in a box. You can live out of the box. And if you are looking to build a business, you need to be an out of a box thinker. And for those of you who are, oh, I get home and then I got to make dinner for the kids and then I got to check homework. Then I'm tired. I got to take a nap. A lot of people, they sleep more than they put more time into resting than they put into building out their amazing dream. I'm just saying. I built my business initially 4 to 6 hours a week. I'll never forget it. And I was like, by the time my youngest Matthew is in school all day, I'm going to rock and roll this thing. I'm going to do this thing, like really do it. And you can create a transition plan for those of you who are moms. Somebody said you have to go all in your business and initially do, a 40-hour week. But you can begin to build progress within your business. For those of you who have excuses because maybe your life is less than perfect, maybe your spouse is sick, or maybe your parents, or maybe there's just something in your life that's taxing you, and you're like, I just can't right now. Maybe in 2 years when I'm done this PhD, this MD, this JD, this whatever. Maybe when my kids graduate from school, or maybe when my husband gets a little bit better. I just want to break this down for you. I built my business mostly while my husband was on dialysis. 15, 18 hours a week. He was being dialyzed. You know what that's like, Latasha. The fact of the matter is, I found that time for me. I knew that I needed to be strong for my family. So, and I also needed to do something for me that will fuel me. All right. And I'm so grateful that, one, I built an amazing business with great models that didn't require me to travel or wasn't based on my ability to perform, that had time rich models. I was so grateful that I could be here for my husband, and I still had the opportunity to honor my own dreams, right? You can't wait on perfect. Flat, get it done. I'm doing his dialysis while listening to you right now. There you go. She's dialyzing her husband while she's listening to the scope right now. It's called blending. And blending is something that I teach, is that when you're doing something for someone else, if you're a mom, look for opportunities to do something for yourself. And you'll always find that if you're doing something for someone else and you align and do something for you while you're doing something for someone else, you're always taking great care of who you are. And those women who've decided to put their dreams on hold, believing that, you need to wait until tomorrow, they're the women that I meet that are resentful, that their best days were behind them because they didn't take a stand for themselves. I just want to call it out for what it is. Life is never perfect. And the fact of the matter is, I know if I could do it, if Latasha can do it. I have another client, Tawana Brown Smith. Her son had cancer, and and he was autistic, and 11 years she's doing his dialysis for him. There you go, guys. All right, taking the excuses away, and she's a business owner. All right, and she's a business owner. All right, so one of my clients, Tawana Brown Smith. Her son had cancer. He's in remission, and he also is autistic, and she still built an amazing business. Her husband was in the military, active military. This woman built an amazing business despite her family circumstances. Step out on nothing, hoping to hit something, right? You got to make a plan for the something. Number 10, are you willing to do it when it seems like it's not working? So, if you want to really get it done, and you want it really bad, you got to sometimes do it when it seems like it's not working. It is working. You're changing and you're growing. When I tell you, I'll never forget this, that I used to practice with my video camera. My husband had bought me like a studio kit, and I had the light kit, everything that you need for your own in-home studio. And I would practice with this thing every day. This is before the days of Periscope and all of these videos and all of the stuff that you can just do today. And I would practice over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over and over again. Hi, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. Hi, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I practiced over and over again. Nobody watched me. Nobody even cared. And my question is, and it seemed like at times that it wasn't working, right? It seemed like it wasn't working, but I was getting better. And what I want to tell you guys is never underestimate, right? Yeah. Never underestimate the small steps in the right direction, okay? You're going to get to where you want to be. And what I was doing was training myself. What I was doing was, this is truly helping me, right? I was training myself. My persistency and my consistency was shaping me. Hear me, okay? My persistency and my consistency was shaping me. And little did I know, just from practicing over and over again, every single day, over and over again, and that, one day I had an opportunity. I wrote an article actually for the Huffington Post, and I ended up getting a call from Fox Studios. And they wanted to have me come and be the mom strategist for this particular show, which was on the new Ricky Lake show, and to come in and coach moms. And then Ricky Lake, the show folks, decided that they wanted me to be the mom strategist on that show to talk about mom-related issues. Listen, had I not been practicing, it didn't seem like it was working. Listen, I was practicing by myself and talking into a camera every single day. And then one day I had an opportunity to do it. And because I had been practicing when no one was watching, nobody cared about it, I had the opportunity to be prepared when I had the opportunity. And ironically, when I showed up at that Ricky Lake show and I ended up meeting a producer who had another television opportunity, who actually walked me through the doors of the world's #1 distribution studio, ITV studios in the world, literally, for another opportunity. And I walked in there and I was ready. I had told my stories so much to this camera by myself. You see, I could tell it to any single person. And because it had become part of me. And some of you guys got to understand that if you want it really bad, that you got to be willing to practice when no one is watching. And I'm telling you that persistency and consistency was shaping me. All right. And it will shape you too. And it shaped me and it allowed me to fine tune my story, my message. And when opportunity met, when my opportunity presented itself, I was prepared. I was more prepared than I even knew I was, just from because the dream wouldn't go away. It was so much on my heart, and it was absolutely what I was put here for. And my why was so absolutely clear, and it drove me every single day. And I want to break that down, right? You got to practice like when nobody is watching. And, it's one of the reasons I get all of my clients to do Periscope live stream, and some do it and some whine about doing it, but everybody kind of does it. But the fact of the matter is, it's because when you perfect persistency and consistency, you shape who you are. And how bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want it? And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that this scope has touched somebody. I hope that somebody out there got value, that as a result of hearing what I said to you today, that you'll understand, as I recap, #1, how long you've been trying to make it happen. How long have you been trying to make it work on your own and it hasn't worked, right? A lot of you guys already told me a long time, 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? 3 years, right? That caught me has helped me, right? Okay, wonderful. #2, how much energy and money, right? Thank you so much. How much energy, money, and time, and frustration has this cost you, right? What's the price of doing it wrong? Like, what's the price of doing it wrong? Do you have a price for that? Right? What's the price of doing it wrong, guys? All right. #3, what is getting in your way of investing in a solution that could support your growth? A coach. What is in your way? All right. You got to overcome that. What's in your way? Is it money? Is it time? Is it ego? What is it? All right. You got to call that out. And you need to ask yourself, what's getting in my way of making the investment? Because if you knew what I know, you could do what I do. And I'm just saying that. It's true for anyone that you were interested in working with. #4, what do you really want? Right? I mean, what do you really want? Do you know what it is? Is it freedom? Can you see it? Can you taste it? Do you think about it every single day? I think about it every single day. All right. It's like, I love being free. This is like, I can't imagine not being free. Okay, because it's just a part of my world. I love being able to be the boss of me. All right. I love being able to see my world any way that I want to see it. All right. What is it for you? All right. Is it money? Okay. Is it money? Is it time? Is it security? Is it being able to pick your kids up from school? What is it? All right. Because that's the driver. All right. And you got to know what that is. #5, what is going to change your current situation? What's going to change? Based on everything that I said, how are you going to change your current situation? All right. Because you already know that it's not working. Thank you so much. All right. How are you going to show up differently? Based on your understanding today, what are you going to do that's different? All right. What are you going to do? #6, what decisions do you need to make to change your current circumstances? What decisions? And understand that indecision is not a decision. See, indecision is the reason you're in the situation you're in. It's like, I don't know. I was thinking, kind of. You got to make a decision in the direction of where you want to go. You got to be intentional. All right. And that's the only way you're going to end up on the road you want to go. You got to be intentional. Okay. About that. And that's a decision. All right. And you got to walk in the direction of where you want to go. And you've decided that that's the direction you want to be. All right. #7, what investments are you willing to make to achieve that goal? What investments of time, of energy? What investments? If the goal means so much to you, if your family, spending time with your family means that much to you, what are you willing to invest so that you can realize those things? All right. And if you aren't willing to make an investment, then that why is not it. Because if you're not willing to do it, then that why is not it. All right. I'm telling you. All right. Great entrepreneurship requires a strong why. All right. Number 8. Why is this goal important to you? Why is it important to you? Why does it matter to you? Why do you have to have it? All right. Why? And it should be emotional for you. Why do you have to have it? All right. Number 9. Are you using your why as your excuse instead of your reason? You know, a lot of my kids, my life is so busy. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Are you using it as an excuse? Okay. Or a reason? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Number 10, are you willing to do it when it seems like it's not working? I'm telling you that persistency and consistency will shape you. All right. And persistency and consistency. And this is why whenever I talk to someone that's not making money in their business, and I'll ask them, did you do this? And they say, yeah, I did that. Did you do that? Yeah, I did that. Did you do this? Yeah, I did that. Did you do? Yeah, I did that. And they didn't do it. And you didn't do it because it's not working. Okay, so you're not doing something right if you don't have the fruit. And you got to understand that and stop telling yourself these stories that you're doing everything and you're not doing everything, because if you don't have the fruit, then you're doing something wrong. And you've got to understand that, and you got to make a decision to change that. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I want to open the floor for the next couple of minutes and see if there are any questions for me. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at MiaRedrick.com, MiaRedrick.com. Any comments, any questions on the scope? The floor is open for the next couple of minutes. I would love to answer those. If any of you guys are thinking like, I want to coach with you, Mia, or I'm thinking of working with a coach, then one of the things I recommend is just go to my bio here on Periscope. There is a link there where you can book a strategy session. You do have to fill out a qualifying questionnaire to do that. There's a bit.ly link. I don't know if you guys can see this here. Can you guys see that here? You can screenshot it like that. Okay. Or maybe you can see it a little bit better here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it better? Thank you. You guys can screenshot that. Okay. Are there any final questions, any comments on the floor? I'm going to give it another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to sign out. I hope you guys got value tonight. I hope it creates that shift for you. I'd love to hear what that looks like. Yeah, I'd love to hear what that looks like. I was thinking about your scopes today while I was at my 9 to 5. Who is that? Tell me your name. What scope in particular were you thinking about? This was a good scope. You know, it was like, if you really do the work in this scope, it's a working scope. Hey there, Hermione. Wonderful. So thank you so much. I hope I said your name right. Is it Hermione or Hermione? I think it's Hermione. I knew a Hermione. I thought she was I-O-N-E actually. Yeah. Are you in Scope School? Yeah. Scope School is great. Hermione. Okay. Hermione. Okay. Awesome. I love it. Any final questions? Any final comments? Any questions? It could be about that scope or anything else, guys. The floor is open. My floor is open. Latasha, I'm so proud of you. Colleen, you're wonderful. Hey, you're rolling. We only have 3 more to go, Colleen. Only 3 more to go. You're getting it done. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. I want to thank you guys for your time tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mercy. Mercy, did you get value? You got value. We have a call coming up, Mercy, on the 5th, I think it is. I'm so excited. It's such a good group. And I'm so excited. I can't wait just to see what the transformation is going to be. You know, so exciting. Who you guys are going to become as a result of what you're learning and the kind of support you get to build for one another. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I want to thank you guys for your time tonight. and I really am ready. So just fill out that questionnaire in my bio. I got value as always. You know what, Andrea? First of all, did you get my reply? I did write you back. And Andrea, whenever I see that Got Twins, I got to remember that that's you. I think you had a different handle before. Has it already started? Isn't it great? Last night I talked about at the end of the day, what great coaching is about. It's about who you're becoming, right? Great coaching is about who you're becoming. It's not just about a business, not just about your life. It's who you're becoming as a result of what you're learning, right? It's just absolutely one of the most fantastic things. Helping others realize there is a better story on the other side if they're willing to do the work. Latasha, you just have a way with words, and you just do. You have a great way with words. You just have an amazing aura about who you are. And whether I look at a photograph of you or whether I read what you write, it always resonates with me in terms of it's just like it's kindness. Like she just does, right? She's just amazing, and I thank God for you. And I know that the women and the families that you're going to touch, you're going to bless them because you have this compassionate way about you. And it's just amazing. You guys need to be coaching with her because she's phenomenal and she's helping families get it right. You want to get your marriage right, Latasha's your girl. See, your life informs your business. It's very difficult to build a great business when you got stress at home. And you guys got to, understand that. You got to invest in those things. You know what I mean? You want to show up powerfully. You know what? How about building a life you want to come home to? So many people spend thousands of dollars to go on a vacation to Mexico or to, somewhere else, to London or to Paris or wherever you want to go. And it's their dreams, their bucket lists. And they walk through the doors of their home and they haven't made an investment or sowed a great seed in something that is real, that you get to. What about having a vacation every day because you invested in your life? I'm into that, because that is at the end of the day what is real and true. And that's that. That's a whole different scope. All right. So I want to thank you guys for your time tonight. Again, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, and I support clients with life and business success. And if you're interested in working with me, just go to my bio on Periscope and fill out, there's a little link there, and sign up for a qualifying questionnaire. And an appointment, a strategy session is 20 to 30 minutes with me, and I'm going to rock your world. We're going to figure out for you how you are product, what you can do to take your gifts and serve the world with your gifts and your brilliance. And if that's something that you want to understand, that I'm here to support you if you're looking to work with a coach, because I don't do free coaching. However, if you're looking to work with a coach, then I'm your girl. All right. With that, I'm done. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.